On the mat, 57 kilograms, 125.5 pounds. It's Nahshon Garrett, 20-year-old sophomore at Cornell, making his senior-level international freestyle debut against George Vangelov of Bulgaria. 5th at last year's Junior World Championships, and also has some top 10 finishes at the European Championships the last couple of years.
Both of them 20 years old, both of them young, skilled athletes, but still looking to, make that jump up to the senior level.
Garrett, originally from Chico, California, already been a two-time All-American for Rob Cole and the Big Red of Cornell in the collegiate ranks his first 2 years. The transition for guys when they're still wrestling at the college level and that style and discipline to freestyle, what do they have to get used to when they first come in?
Well, more of the mat wrestling, more of the throws. Typically in college wrestling, you have to take your opponent from the feet and assist them down to the mat, and then no gut wrenches, no turns. That way you have to get an arm, you have to kind of hold them to their back and get near fall compared to just exposure. Now the referee's looking for a call for passivity.
So this is new, another new rule here in wrestling in the past year to promote more scoring. If you get a passivity call against you, 30-second shot clock now against Vangelov. He has 30 seconds in which to score. If he doesn't, his opponent will get a point.
Yeah, and it kind of backs you in the corner, and it makes you actually create action and create some type of force. Single leg opportunity, not capitalized, but another slight attempt.
And again, here's another look. And that first call was a warning. They've now put the shot clock on. So Vangelov is on the timer here, trying to get something going.
And it's all about position, control of the position. Now if you keep kind of your butt in the center of the mat, all you gotta do is continue to circle and just kind of waste that 30 seconds out. So it kind of creates strategy. Do you be patient at the beginning, or do you be super aggressive and try to get a passivity and try to get the opportunity to get that 30 seconds?
And now the attack. Vangelov has a leg, trying to take his man out of bounds, and does for the first point of the bout.
Yeah, and that's just good patience. Knew exactly when to go for the 2-on-1, a little bit of a slide by into a single leg position, and drive it out of bounds for 1 point. And I think fatigue, it really makes a difference. The mind, the kind of the grueling of a 3 minute period really kind of affects you emotionally, and it just slowly wears you down. You got to stay focused for the full first period.
Garrett trying to stay focused on a variety of things. He wasn't at the press conference for this event yesterday at the New York Athletic Club. He was busy. He was in class at Cornell, able to come down to the city after fulfilling his academic duties, and now trying to get something done here, latter stages of this first of 2 periods. 57 kilos.
Think about the Ivy League. They don't actually take days off. You have to show up to class if you want to be able to graduate from an Ivy League school, and that's what's so impressive is have the athletic ability of wrestling, but then also the physical ability to be able to get in class and get the grades to be able to continue to compete.
Well, both wrestlers down together on their knees, so no points awarded. 10 seconds or so left to go here, opening period.
Because if you shoot your opponent out of bounds and he steps out, there's a chance for a 1 point step out. But since both athletes were down on all fours, there was no point.
So the first 3 minute period has come to a close. And Vangelov, after getting put on the shot clock, able to get something done and pick up the only point thus far.
Nice single leg, gets an angle, and then ultimately picks it up and just simply drives out of bounds, forcing the issue one way or the other, with less than 5 seconds left on that 30-second clock. Just great execution, even though there was short time.
Garrett with some of the Team USA coaches, Bill Zadek and company, leading this group here and ready for this second 3 minute period. Again, total score counts. In recent time, that period would have gone to Vangelov, and he'd have the win, needing to get another period victory. But now again, just 2 3 minute periods total score. So Garrett down only a point, looking to get a takedown and take the lead.
Physical wrestling, low level wrestling. great opportunity. And now Garrett should be able to pull out of the chicken wing and try to get that angle and score that point. If not, bring him back up to the feet, push him out of bounds. But you're in a position where you can get thrown.
Garrett picks up the 2, able to push his man out of bounds, takedown. So 2 for Garrett and the lead.
That's just very impressive. The takedown is actually 2 points instead of the typical, old days 1 point. Now again for another 2 points. And that's where, Garrett's just seeing the opportunity. Maybe, your opponent's just down a little bit, maybe a little bit of fatigue. There's always these mental grooves you get in. Now Garrett feels that 2 points, and, he may feel that he can go out and execute again, get another takedown. It's all about the momentum.
Nahshon Garrett shut out in the opening period. Back-to-back takedowns at a 4-1 lead here against Vangelov.
And so much of it's just head position. Both athletes are really trying to control, keep their head in good position. Garrett with a bad attempt, with his head down. If he gets scored on here, it's 2 points, and that's just a mistake possibly made. But no points scored. Back to the feet. Good defense also with good offense.
Pair of 20-year-olds going toe-to-toe, and the Bulgarian Vangelov and the American Nahshon Garrett.
And not a typical wrestling match because there's so many angles that they're working. It's more of not a straight-on shot. It's more of a kind of an attempt and then a circle and then possibly a 2-on-1, kind of half arm drag. There's just a lot of small angles that are making the difference, and that's how Garrett's got the lead, is he's taken those opportunities and really pushed the envelope and got the 2 takedowns to get that lead.
Garrett, one of a handful of younger wrestlers getting a chance to make their mark here in Times Square at the international level for the first time. Pushed out, single point awarded to Vangelov, so it's 4-2.
And that's where Garrett was smart. He realized he was on the edge. It's just better to not go down, not give up 2 points. If you at least go out of bounds, you give up 1, and it's not that big a deal.
And that's just 1 point for the push out in the Bulgarian corner, thinking maybe that might have been in the vicinity of a 2 for the takedown. And check it, they have changed it. It is 2 points for the takedown, so we're tied at 4.
And just a great comeback, and that's the situation you get in. Do you control the duration of the match, or do you go back and forth? And that's where Garrett kind of let Georgie come back and give him an opportunity to be back in this match. But 30 seconds left, 4-4. It's nothing else could be closer.
Final half minute. And we'll see if this is decided or if they'll go to the tie-breaking criteria. Garrett does have the advantage right now because he has bigger moves than his opponent. No 4-point moves for either wrestler. And Garrett has 2 2-point takedowns, just 1 for his opponent. So if he can hang on here, he'll win, but his opponent able to get the push out.
With 2 seconds left, that push out is enough to win the match instead of going down to criteria.
Vangelov in the final seconds, able to push out Garrett and take the win. 5-4 the final. Nahshon Garrett, his senior level debut, coming down to the final seconds. And he's beaten by the Bulgarian. Had no points in the first. And Roland Nahshon Garrett able to step it up. Beautiful back-to-back takedowns in the second.
And that's where, just momentum. And you could see he had that burst of energy where he got the 2 straight takedowns in a row. Just great opportunity to seize it. And then ultimately, at the very end, with 2 seconds left, just not being able to stay in bounds and circle.
So Vangelov strikes first for the world team. Team USA looking to battle back in Times Square.
Wrestlers, please remain in your corner. Forever NBC will televise this match. We're on a TV break right now, so wrestlers, please put your sweats on.